Good Hope, I think Morgan Oak, actually,
Yeah.
Morgan Oak and Frederick, they're over there now.
Yeah, I was there, I don't know, 6 months ago.
The Sands,
Yeah,
yeah. So their old location is now this Reyes restaurant.
okay.
You guys want to go there?
So where's the new, or the old location then?
The what?
Where Reyes, where's that located?
Oh, it's the old hotel over here. This is the old Sands Hotel, right next to Ziggy's Coffee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that used to be the Sands Hotel in its heyday. They had a sign that's kind of like the one in Vegas, and
Mhm.
they had a pool out front and everything. They had a nice restaurant, I guess, in the sixties or whatever. But you know what it's like now, so, but, they cleaned up the building. Sands Pancake House building. Yeah, my wife and I went there last week. They have really good plantains, really fried plantains. Oh, they are so good. It's my suggestion for lunch. Mhm. I can't remember the name of the entree over it. All I remember are the plantains. They've got,
That was the memorable part of it.
yeah. I'm a big fan. I think
I don't think we will end up with one, but we are gonna have.
FTP, we just. We're gonna talk about.
I'm gonna try and get folks that'll, volunteer to review the RFP.
Okay.
For it. So,
Jake's working today, but it wasn't in his office. I don't, oh wait, he just came by, didn't he?
Jay said he would be able to make it. Jenny. But a lot of folks that are doing conferences right now.
And, yeah, September and October is a big conference. I'm going to the Quad State Planning Conference. So Missouri chapter of the American Planning Association. Usually one year they'll just do an in-state conference, and then another year they'll do a bi-state with Kansas. And so that's what I think they had last year, was the bi-state conference. And every so many years they'll have a quad state conference with Kansas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. So the last quad state was in 2019. That was in Tulsa. I went to that one. This one's going to be, I think, October 7th through the 9th, I think. And it's in Fayetteville, Arkansas. But I've looked at the sessions, and a lot of them are transportation based, so I don't know if you're interested in going to that, but yeah, their council of governments, be doing some sessions. There's a lot of transportation sessions on that.
So that's in October.
Yeah, so also for the
Yeah.
schedule's all screwed. I don't think they've finished working on the website though, because it shows no sessions on the second day of the conference. It shows like a whole boatload of sessions on the first day. You know, usually the first day, you know, people get in kind of in the afternoon. They have some mobile workshops, you know, maybe some administrative meetings. Hey, Marla. And then usually the next second day is the big day where you have sessions, and then usually the third day they do sessions either all day or till lunch.
Yeah.
But this one had no sessions other than 2 mobile workshops on the second day of the conference.
I think.
Because I always travel the first day. I don't attend the first day sessions. I'm heading out that night, and it's about a similar drive to Kansas City. It's just not bad.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna do with the.
I'm planning to go as well.
You are gonna go?
Mhm.
Good,
Yeah, I signed back up,
awesome,
so,
cool.
and then I'll be looking for some
Well, we'll get to hang out there.
study material.
Okay.
I sent an email last night to,
Yeah, they've got an AICP exam prep course there.
yeah, I mean,
Look at that.
I need to, you ever watch, Matrix?
The movie?
Yeah, the movie
Yeah,
Matrix,
yeah.
where they're like, you know, Tank, I need a program for blah, blah, blah helicopter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need that for.
Download that.
I need that for urban planning course.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Recall the file.
download years of experience in,
Yeah.
in about 20 seconds.
It's funny. Only ever that easy, Joe.
Yeah.
What's up, Rodney?
You're right.
How's it going?
Yeah, I did send an email to, I guess, Adam Jones, maybe the new
I
PDO.
think so. Yeah.
I sent an email yesterday afternoon, I haven't heard back yet. But I need to take it serious.
So Rodney, there is a manhole in front of the post building that says City of Winchester. Do you know what that's all
Oh,
about?
wow.
Did you-
Really?
You know that? Here.
That's would have been
That's,
MoDOT.
I think at the, Homecomers Festival, I was over there and I happened to look at this. That's in front of the post, City of Winchester, Bruce City Hall, founded in 1744.
Oh, it's in the gravel,
Yeah, it's in the landscape on right in front of the post building at the roundabout.
well, all that. all
The
those
City of
util-
Winchester.
All those utilities got relocated when we did the roundabout, so MoDOT's contractor would have,
Would not put that manhole.
they sure did.
I'm gonna see that. Let's
That's
see.
all on MoDOT.
City of Winchester.
You know, we just figured that nobody from the
Bruce
city of
City Hall.
Jackson would even know it. So it doesn't even, so you don't even,
There's some image here too. Contractor
Yeah.
must have.
that's funny. I mean,
Yeah,
you
right.
think we could have got something else.
Yeah, it's right by the, they've got the ramps there in the landscape island there at the post building. It's in there.
I'll
It's hilarious.
ask the crew about it and see if they
Yeah.
know anything about it.
Hanging out there with my son, I looked down and was like. Yes, sir. Look,
Which state does it say?
No, it doesn't say. it.
Roost City Hall, let me look up. Let's find a Roost City Hall.
Gotta be a few Winchesters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask
So somewhere in the city of Winchester, somebody's like,
Got
City
it.
of Jackson.
They got a Jackson manhole. They went to the wrong.
Sister City, maybe it's your sister city, it's in Virginia.
No, our sister city's in Georgia.
Yeah, Roost City Hall, City of Winchester, Virginia.
Virginia.
Interesting.
I'll ask.
You look at City Hall, that's a pretty cool building.
But they're like, hey, we need one of these. We're just checking through the local flea market. Look here. We can just use this.
Probably the only person who noticed that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
My son's just like me, he just has that detail, eye for detail on stuff. Here, you'll enjoy this. Here in front of the post building.
Yeah.
That landscape island there is a manhole. There during the homecoming, so I was killing time with my son, I have to be sitting there, I think, on the retaining wall. And I looked down, I spread that, it's weird.
I'm good, Aaron. You,
Winchester, Virginia.
Historic. Feel like group today.
Not a sister city, is it?
Nope.
Should we start? Should we wait a little bit?
I think we can go ahead and get started. There were a number of folks that indicated they would be able to make it.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We don't have a quorum today, but we'll still go over some items. So we'll call the meeting to order and we'll start with introductions. Marla, do you want to start?
Sure, Marla Mills, KLG, SEMPO staff.
Rodney Bullinger, City of Jackson.
Alex McRoy, SEMPO staff.
Ryan Shumlin, City of Cape Girardeau.
Drew Christian, CMO RPC.
Jake Gerard, City of Cape. Joe Killian, MoDOT.
And online, we have Michael Brandon, Mike Henderson, and Tom Caldwell.
Welcome, guys. I don't think we need to do adoption agenda. We did get the notes at the August 7th meeting, so we can look over those. If you have any changes, just send those to Alex and Marla. All right, I've got no communication items. I don't see anyone here from the public. So we'll get into our new and unfinished business. We'll start with the SEMPO Region Trail Connection Study.
As folks may remember, we had our 2 open houses in August on the 7th and the 8th at the Osage Center and Jackson Civic Center. We also had our public survey close on the 25th, where we received 218 responses. So right now our consultants are working on aggregating and summarizing the survey. They're also transitioning into stage 4 of the plan development, which is developing recommendations and implementation plan. Right now, they're working on a 3rd route option, and they're fine tuning the northern route alignment. That's all I have for that one.
Good. SS4A Comprehensive Safety Action Plan.
We'll have our next oversight committee meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m. Those are always held via Zoom. We did finalize our safety toolkit. So right now the consultants are working on the interactive GIS story map, and they're working on finishing up the draft for us to review. At our meeting tomorrow, we'll mostly talk about logistics and planning for the open house in October.
Next, we have the Metropolitan Transportation Plan update.
Okay, I have a draft of the RFP. Typically, we form a small subcommittee that helps with the solicitation. So I'd like volunteers that could send a copy of the draft and they could send me any comments they have on it. I'd like to get the RFP out this month so we can hopefully get started around November with our preferred consultant.
Okay.
I'll volunteer.
Perfect.
I can be on that committee if you want.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, fellas.
Anything else on the TP?
Just as a reminder, I think it was April 2026 is when our plan expires, so would still be plenty of time left if we get it out this month and get underway in November. It gives us about 18 months to complete the study. Last one we did 4 years ago, we attempted to do it under a year and it was pretty tight. So we want to make sure we will have plenty of time this time.
We found, this is Tom, we found that a number of folks, just as yourselves, soliciting people to work on their MTP have had real trouble finding folks. So hopefully, be it Lockmiller or whomever, we'll be able to get you guys in. But folks are real busy these days.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Okay, origin and destination analytical.
The only item we have left for this one is a demo. So we're looking at probably October.
October.
But folks are free now to make requests to Regional Planning Commission if there are certain studies that they'd like conducted. I can think of a few offhand that I'll probably be hitting up RPC in the near future on to. So don't let the lack of a demo prevent you from being able to use the software now.
Right, takes us to member reports, City of Cape Girardeau.
TTF 5, we've still got Main Street outstanding. We were working on finalizing those bid documents. We'll get that out. We still hope to have that under construction by end of year, or at least out the bid by end of year. Then we've got the reallocated money from Independence Street to North Sprigg, Broadway to Lexington. Those plans are underway with Lockmuir. We plan to have those plans done out for bid by end of year as well. South Sprigg, in-house design, final plans are underway. There's a public meeting next week on Wednesday from, I believe, 4 to 6 down at the Shawnee Center. So if anyone has any thoughts on the South Sprigg or would like to see what we're doing, please feel free to join us. I think that will mostly just be residents along that project. We were hoping to give them a heads up of what was coming. Bertling will start after Sprigg is designed. The Lexington is still underway. Nip Kelly's working on that one right now. They're at the intersection of Lexington and Old Sprigg. They have the intersection at Lexington and 177 that should be complete now. So everything from Sprigg to 177 should be complete. They still need to do the asphalting between Sprigg and Old Sprigg. Hopefully that will be coming soon, still this construction season. And they'll continue heading west. VMD Phase 6, Bowen is still working on the final plans on that one. Maintenance projects, the Concrete Street 23, the work is all substantially complete. We're just trying to get that, some punch list items done and get that one closed out. Concrete Street 24, we're working on getting a pre-con scheduled with, Fronaberger, I apologize. They got that project. It'll be Cape Rock from Kings Highway to Perryville, just doing the street work. And then Perryville from Lexington down to Sherwood, where we stopped with last year's project. The 2024 asphalt overlay project is ongoing. Lafayette has got all the concrete work complete. Now they're just working on the asphalt paving. They still plan to get that one wrapped up in the next month or two, I believe. And then the CIST 2425, Nip Kelly's working on that one. Project's underway. I don't know exactly what street they're on at the moment. Apologize for that. Route 74 Minnesota, the cost share we have with MoDOT. Fronaberger is working. I believe they've had some traffic control out on westbound 74. So if you're in that area, please use caution, but the work is ongoing. They're moving through that one. The Cape Rock Sidewalk project, our TAP project, we have the design underway. It's continuing along. I believe we're getting ready for acquisitions on that one. And then our Cape LaCroix Trail TAP project, the preliminary design is still underway.
AJ, the northern portion of Sprague Street, do you know the scope of that? Is that going to be a reconstruction or just?
It's going to be aggressive patching, aggressive maintenance. We'll fix all the ADA. And then we're looking at the water infrastructure through that area while we have large swaths of the road. Good time to work on the sanitary issues. We'd want to do that while we're in there as well. The road tore up, any and all infrastructure underground that we can get to, we're going to try to make sure it's sufficient.
Yeah. The 88 component is probably fairly significant, isn't it?
There is infrastructure out there. Some of it is not in bad shape, so it'll be spot repairs. Some of it's like other places in the city where it's 2.5% instead of 2%. So we'll need to fix it to get it compliant, but it shouldn't be that big of a drastic change. It's just going through.
Gotcha.
Hopefully they've gone sidewalks along North Sprague in the past couple of years. So there should be areas that are already compliant and that we can just move on past.
Good when you get fixed up.
It will be very good when it's done. We're looking at doing some significant work at the intersection of Normal, right there at that traffic light. Try to do some stormwater evaluation, see if we can make any upgrades there. And we're hoping to look into the geometry, because you pretty well come down the hill from all directions until you hit the light. The stop bar is still on the slope, it feels like. So we may be able to smooth that intersection out where people have a easier time getting stops before they end up out in the street in bad conditions. Then the other significant work will be at New Madrid Emerald, just on the south side of the Show Me Center. We're looking at some intersection improvements there. It's kind of a strange intersection. Emerald does not meet New Madrid east-west. There's a lot of traffic through there. So we're looking at some pedestrian improvements across Sprague, looking at some traffic improvements. Right now, I don't think there's a significant amount of wrecks at that intersection, but I think a lot of that is just kind of tribal knowledge. Everybody knows how that intersection operates, but with it being right there on campus, that can change in a heartbeat. So we want to get that thing squared away so it's safe for everyone all the time. And that should be it.
TTF 7, the committee posted 2 open houses on first, I think. One was here, one was at Shawnee Park Center, just to solicit ideas, project ideas for the next TTF 7. They also had an online survey that closed last Friday. So we received quite a bit of input there. So we're going to share that with the committee at their next meeting on September 11th. They'll then select specific projects to be scored. We've got a scoring tool. And so after that, they'll score, and then they'll determine the projects they want to present to the public. We'll have some public meetings in October. And then after that, they'll finalize their list and submit it to the council. So there's specific projects and there's maintenance money as well. So
Did they see what the attendance at Shawnee was like?
we only have about 5 people in each, I think.
Shawnee had, I think,
We didn't have a big lead time. Staff wasn't anticipating doing public input. We usually just do it on the back end after the committee's kind of selected some projects they want to get input on, but they gave it to us up front that they wanted to get some input, so. But we got a lot of responses via the survey. I haven't counted it, but we've got a lot of good data there, so,
It's awesome.
yeah.
It was
Talk about
just
that.
social media campaigns, folks found it. Forgot how we pushed it down.
Well, we had a flyer, a PDF I emailed to all the committee members, so they were supposed to kind of distribute that. I'm sure Nicolette posted it and put it in city news and social media and all that. We did get heavy responses on that, so. Yeah, some good info to work with. Okay, anything else, Jake?
That should be it from the city.
City of Jackson?
TAP grant for the Jackson Middle School crosswalk project. City is pursuing, contracting with an engineering firm to complete the design of that project. MoDOT has made a determination of the DBE percentage. And that agreement says that construction must be awarded by June 1st, 2026.
I've got a question on that. On Route D, when you're coming eastbound around that curve, I don't drive that very often, but do we have some kind of slow down caution signage?
So,
Because when I take my kids to school, we turn down Broad Ridge and people are just barreling around that curve. There's actually an accident there a couple days ago. I don't know if it was from that direction, but every time I drive there, people just suddenly appear around the curve and they're just hightailing it around.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there's any slow or caution warning signage.
I would think
For the
we'd have
eastbound traffic.
signs
there is.
for the school,
Yeah,
but I don't know how far back it goes. And honestly, without going out there and driving it out, I mean, just.
well,
I mean,
that's, and since I'm sure there'll be additional warning signage
Yeah,
on that,
but there is right in both the east and westbound, lanes, there's a flashing yellow sign. There's one before you get to, same sign as on the eastbound as you approach that hill, it flashes,
Yeah.
whatever that county road is.
Okay.
That gravel road. So it flashes, during school zones and has a reduced speed limit of 35.
thank you.
Yeah, as you're, like Rodney said, there's a sign that flashes.
We have a, new part-time public works tech.
Can you hear me?
Is that Chris?
Yeah, I was just
Chris?
reaffirming what Rodney said. There is a sign up that flashes during school hours that says 35 mile per hour. And then prior to that, there's also an intersection ahead sign that has a posted advisory speed of 35 miles per hour on it.
Thank you.
We have a new part-time public works technical assistant. His name is Dominic Anjani. He's a senior at SEMPO, majoring in construction management. He's working with public works and engineering on our MS4 program for stormwater and is assisting with construction inspection on new subdivisions. The asphalt pavement improvement program has finally gone out to bid. I think bids are due next week sometime. We were waiting on the design of Industrial Drive to be included in that, but we just haven't been able to squeeze it out of our consulting engineer. So we're hoping that it can be added to the project through a change order. But that's the reason for the delay. We are also still waiting for a consulting engineer's submission of plan specifications and estimates for the Sunset Drive Bridge Replacement Project. Public Works, working with the City of Springfield and MoDOT on the process for implementing a safe across pedestrian safety program in Jackson. Right-of-way acquisition for the roundabout at 61 in Deerwood continues by MoDOT. 2 property owners have settled and 1 property owner is still in negotiation, as I understand. The city has agreed to donate their right-of-way from the southeast corner at our next meeting. MoDOT's Highway 61 Bridge and roadway project, I believe, is still on schedule. The park entrance, North High, was closed and removed for relocation to the south. Access to the swimming pool parking lot and softball field is still maintained from the Parkview Street side from the west. Let's see, we opened bids for the Jackson North Industrial Park Improvement Project under the CDBG grant program. Low bidder is Fronabarger Concreters, and we awarded that last night. The vacant farmer workman engineers are still waiting on final environmental clearances required by the MoDOT TAP grant for the East Main Street sidewalk project. It's taking forever. Once environmental clearances are received, a small amount of right-of-way and easement can be pursued by the city. We extended the date to be under contract on that project through a supplemental agreement with MoDOT last night. So that's good that we extended that time. We're still, I guess, for a final decision on our East Jackson Boulevard roadway lighting project, which I hope is coming on September 12th, Chris, from the selection committee. That was a governor's transportation cost share project. And last but not least, City Administrator Jim Roach had his last Board of Alderman meeting last night. He was presented a plaque. He'll be with us until Friday, September 20th. And then the following Monday, September 23rd, we'll welcome Matt Winters to City Hall. So you'll be seeing Matt around here. And I think that's all I have.
How long was Jim with the city?
Since 2001, so what is that, 23 years?
Wow,
Impressive.
you'll be missed.
Yes.
Okay, you said Jay's not gonna be able to make it. Mark Phillips, Janino, University. No, board. No. Mandy left, right?
Yes, she's with
Okay,
the.
any update on?
Update on, Carrie asked that I put him as the contact for all of our meetings.
Okay.
And then we'll have
Katrina's
a new-
leaving, so.
We'll have a new airport.
Lot of-
manager,
A
too.
lot of changes here.
Where's she going?
She's joining Molly Hood, or Molly Maynard now, at Collierville, Tennessee. She's gonna be the, I guess, the deputy city administrator or city manager. So, yeah. And they've already named the new manager, Jojo, I forget his last name.
JoJo Stewart.
Stewart.
He was our emergency management director, and he's moving down to the airport.
So hopefully he'll be able to make it to some of our meetings in the future.
I'll be adding him to our list.
Drew?
I don't think I really have much.
Your final answer?
Yeah. Got a transportation planners quarterly meeting tomorrow. I gotta go up to Jeff City. But other than that, just business as usual.
Thank you. We haven't heard from Scott in a while. Is he doing all right?
I think Scott is gonna be retired. He had some medical issues and he has been, well, I'm not necessarily replaced, but I think he's officially been convinced to retire.
Okay.
But I will try to get the name of the replacement to you so that we can get him on the email list.
Yeah, let's try to get some better representation. A lot of these groups kind of dropped out. Kirk with the university, I don't know if he's still around or with them or what's going on, but we haven't heard from a lot of these folks in a while. See, we're ready. That's Chad Werner, right?
Yep.
Him at the TTF meetings, we can ask him about setting somebody to come. MoDOT, let's start.
I'll go ahead and start. High level news first. Our director resigned last month,
Really?
effective 17th maybe of this month. And so,
Where's he going?
I'm sorry.
Where's he going?
He's moving back home. He's gonna be taking care of some family, being a lot closer to family. And he's gonna have a job over there. I wasn't for sure if it's Washington DC, what the name of the company was. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but Anyway, so our chief engineer, Ed Hassinger, has been the chief now for 10+ years. He used to be the St. Louis district engineer. He is the interim director. The commission is going to start a nationwide search for a new director, and they would like to have one in place around the end of the year. Speaking of further movement, our district design engineer, Eric Kropp, has retired, effective September 1st. And so Tim Pickett, who was a project manager on several of our projects in the area, Tim Pickett is our new district design engineer. So that will be opening up a new project manager spot. And all of our project managers have plenty of projects, so I'm sure the new project manager will get some of the projects in the Cape area. The TEEP application cycle is still open through September 13th. That is Traffic Engineering Assistance Program. City of Cape, I think City of Jackson's had a few of those. It's an 80-20 program. I think capped at 12,000. I think it's capped at $12,000, and anything over that amount is the responsibility of the project sponsor. The Highway 25 Route K, I'm not going to speak to the status of it necessarily. I think Chris will probably do some of that, but we do have a traffic camera on that is set up so you can kind of go back and look at some of the progress, do like a time lapse or just see, real time what's going on there. That's kind of cool. The TIP application, Alex, it's been what, a couple of months since they were supposed to kind of take over. And I know they're kind of waiting to try to get the geospatial information kind of tied to that. But can we go ahead and at least get that so that if someone wanted to query the current projects, they could at least query the application? Can we reach out and say, do we have a timeline? Do you, maybe you already know?
You mean a go live link? Or what do you mean?
Yeah. From the website, you can go and query project. If, let's say Mike Henderson has a question about a project or something, someone in central office, they can just go and go look at the website, and truthfully, citizens here ought to be able to go look at that. So I just encourage you to reach out and say, do we have a timeline? Is there something we can help with that? I think that is the last thing that updates in the area. He probably has a little bit better update than I do. So, Chris?
Yeah, I think you did good, Joe. Hello?
Chris, they started cutting out on me real bad. I think maybe did we lose them?
Yeah, I couldn't, it was clicking out, in and out, and I heard my name in there, but I didn't hear what was said.
I thought it
So,
was on my end, so I'm glad.
No,
it
it's
wasn't.
whenever an outsider speaks, somehow it mutes them.
well, I have a hard time hearing the people in there talking in that room.
Huh. If they have teams.
I may try to call Joe real quick.
I'm going for an update, so I'll bail, get ready for lunch.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail too.
Yeah, Joe covered it pretty good, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
Chris.
don't have, I don't
I
have
thought he
anything
did a
to
great
add.
job.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Tom. See you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.